defenders. They have failed 100,000 worlds. They always fail. I have come to enlighten you to the great darkness. I will bathe in your fear.
Daughters of Themyscira! Show him your fear! We have no fear!
I didn't really have any high hopes for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I was quite honestly let down by the theatrical release back in 2017 and assumed that this 4-hour version would be something like that.
Do you bleed?
Then I got around to watching it, and quite frankly, I really enjoyed it. It was really fun and interesting to see Zack's vision become a reality. I felt like every character had more to work with and were explored a lot more thoroughly. The main takers from this that I believe were Cyborg and the subject of today's video, Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf was such an awkwardly bland villain with such little motive to drive his actions back in Joss Whedon's version.
Mother.
However, here in this version, we get to understand him a little better. Each scene he was in, whether that was torturing for information, chasing after the mother boxes, or setting his plan into motion, it actually felt like it meant something. In the grand scheme of things, Steppenwolf was just another one of those villain lackeys who worked for someone greater. But the Steppenwolf in this version of Justice League convinced me that he could very well be a villain in his own right. Now, let's talk about that scene, shall we? If you couldn't already guess from the title, the scene that I want to talk about is the one where Steppenwolf makes his pledge to the Zard and also to Darkseid.
Yes. Mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride. Zard, I fall before you. Let me make a plea to him that I may come home after I take this world in his name. You betrayed him. Your own family. I saw my mistake. I slaughtered those who sought his throne. You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt. The mother boxes will be found and united. No protectors here. No lanterns. No Kryptonium. This world will fall, like all the others. For Darkseid. For Darkseid.
God, I just love that scene. The music, the line delivery, the slow zoom in shot. It really sets Steppenwolf up as the main antagonist and how the whole thing rides on him. He wants to get this done. Not just to go back home, but to earn his reputation and to stand by Darkseid once again. And yes, I did edit a few clips into this to add for effect, but it makes it all the more worth it in my opinion. This scene hits differently for a number of reasons. First off, Steppenwolf's entrance into this movie portrayed him as this unstoppable, ruthless tyrant. You can really get a sense of that and think that he's the real deal. But after the Zard reminds him of his failures and his crushing debt... Wait, how much was it again?
Oh, the Great One, 50,000 more worlds.
Jesus Christ, 50,000? He's just one dude. Anyways, after this, you get to hear that he's actually quite flawed and there's more to him than just his quest. Secondly, although it can be argued that the CGI in the movie could have been a little bit more polished before release, you can see the desperation and determination in Steppenwolf's eyes. It's an emotion that we haven't seen before, and it honestly made me think twice about this character. Finally, throughout Steppenwolf's time on Earth, he's been learning. His little speech before the Zard puts him in his place confirms that.
This world is divided. They are a primitive species, unevolved and at war with one another, too separate to be one. Their free will must be ripped from them, like the other worlds, given absolution in one glorious belief, to serve him.
From that alone, it adds weight to not only Steppenwolf's end goal, but also to his overall confidence as the main villain. Here he acknowledges how rash and divided the humans are, and how ultimately defenseless they are from what's coming. But he also states that their freedom must be ripped from them, so that they can find purpose for something more meaningful. Something like, oh, I don't know, worshipping Darkseid perhaps. To wrap things up, this scene really adds character depth to the overlooked Steppenwolf. It gives him more meaning, and it successfully makes us take him a lot more seriously. When I heard that Steppenwolf would be the antagonist of the film back in 2017, I had no idea who or what he was. I saw some comparisons of what he looks like compared to what we got, and I gotta say, I've adjusted so much to this version that I see him as the original, as crazy as that sounds. He's way more taller, intimidating, and powerful, no doubt about that. It's too bad his fate ultimately led him with his head getting chopped off, but oh well. That's all I really got to say about this scene. I loved it, loved the movie, and it was the perfect send-off for Zack's vision. Thank you for watching till the end, it truly means a lot. More videos like this will be coming, so if you want to hear more from me, then I recommend you subscribe and turn on notifications. That's all. Goodbye for now.